Judge Andrew Napolitano is our senior judicial analyst. Good morning to you with this breaking news.
It's a strange case. 5 different judges reviewed the evidence against Don Lemon. A magistrate judge who said no, a district court judge who happens to be the chief judge of the district who said no, and 3 appellate judges in the 8th Circuit said no. It is almost unheard of for the DOJ to appeal a denial of the issue of an arrest warrant. They went to the magistrate judge. Here's our evidence against the people that raided the church. We want to arrest all of them. The magistrate judge said there's evidence against this one. There's enough against this one, enough against that one. There's no evidence against Don Lemon. The district judge said no evidence against Don Lemon. The 3 appellate court judges refused to get involved, so they effectively agreed with what the lower judges had decided. So how did they arrest him? The only other way they could have arrested him legally is to have gone to a grand jury and presented the same evidence that these 5 judges said didn't exist and persuaded a majority of the grand jury to indict him. If he was not indicted by a grand jury, then this was not an arrest, it was a kidnapping. Because you have these 5 federal judges saying we're not signing off on an arrest warrant.
Yeah, but that's far-fetched, right? It doesn't appear to be a kidnapping.
It's almost inconceivable to me, because they know the laws well or better than I do, that they would have to have some legal basis to arrest him other than their own wish to arrest him, and that must have come from a grand jury.
So let's take it on the merits of where it is today. They were able to at least secure some type of charge based on whichever evidence that we don't have to show just yet.
But we don't know what it is.
We don't know what it is, exactly. But we do know that he is in federal custody.
Correct. He's in federal custody in Los Angeles because that's where they found him.
Yeah.
He's going to appear before a federal magistrate judge in Los Angeles. He'll be released on his own recognizance. Then he's got to appear before a federal district court judge in the district where the grand jury sat. Under the Constitution, that has to be the district in which the crime allegedly occurred,
So
which
back
means
to Minnesota.
Back to Minneapolis, where all this started.
Yeah. In terms of the charges, what they possibly are, it hasn't been announced yet, but there have been reports of what they are, which I read earlier. The FACE Act, a violation of the FACE Act, sticks out to me. If indeed that is one of the charges, what does that hold?
Well, that he's
if charged and convicted, right.
5 years in jail if convicted. He's probably being charged, if I could guess, with conspiracy to violate the FACE Act. They probably have some people with whom he participated in conversations about how to get into the church, because it does appear from the videos that he didn't do anything even remotely criminal.
Even when the pastor asked him to leave and he did not leave.
Well, the other journalist didn't leave either. I mean,
does that make it right?
Well, they have a great question, Sean. I can't answer it yes or no, but I can say that there are numerous Supreme Court opinions that say bona fide journalists can stay at the scene of a crime if the acts are still ongoing, as long as their presence there is not interfering with law enforcement. Now, when the pastor said leave, law enforcement hadn't even gotten there yet.
Hey, but if it was found that he, along with the organizers of this, to go inside of that church and, again, stop that service.
If he stopped the service, it's a federal crime.
Okay.
If he didn't leave when they said leave, that's simple trespassing. The feds don't even have the authority to prosecute.
Conspiracy to violate the FACE Act, and if he's convicted there, what penalty is he looking at?
Okay, conspiracy is an agreement to commit a crime amongst 2 or more people, one of whom takes a step in furtherance of the agreement. So if he agreed to commit the crime and then did nothing, but one of the others with whom he agreed took a step in furtherance, then he can be charged with conspiracy. 5 years. Conspiracy to commit the crime is generally the same punishment as the actual crime itself.
So I just want to break this down and end it with, let's put a bow on it. This could be a serious charge.
It's a serious charge
for Don Lemon.
It's a serious blow to journalism. I do believe that some other journalists were involved who are not nearly as well known as Don Lemon. We'll know more about that later today.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.